machine culture is defined through our technologies. Sciences, engineering, architecture, computing and networking, military, entertainment, all of these sectors, just to name a few, are at the forefront of developing the human occupation of Earth. They enable us to work, to play, relax, multiply, govern and communicate. The study of our natural environment and how we relate to it is vital to the continued existence of humanity. One particular sector that is studying this blurs the very boundary between nature and machine, and that is synthetic biology.
I believe that the only way that it is possible for us to construct genuinely sustainable homes and cities is by connecting them to nature, not insulating them from it. Living systems are in constant conversation with the natural world through sets of chemical reactions called metabolism. The protocell. Now all this is, and it's magic, it's a little fatty bag and it's got a chemical battery in it and it has no DNA. This little bag is able to conduct itself in a way that can only be described as living. It is able to move around its environment. It can follow chemical gradients, and it can undergo complex reactions, some of which are happily architectural. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to push these technologies towards creating bottom-up construction approaches for architecture. So here we are. These are protocells patterning their environment. We don't know how they do that yet. Here, this is a protocell, and it's vigorously shedding this skin. Now, this looks like a chemical kind of birth. This is a violent process. Here, we've got a protocell to extract carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and turn it into carbonate, and that's the shell around that globular fat.
Harnessing natural processes in machines and employing them in our fight to rebuild the environment and to sustain it is the field of biomimicry. Nature has already solved many of today's engineering problems through the evolutionary mechanics of selective advantages. The possibilities for engaging architecture as a natural machine component is enormous. Through technological and material approaches, architecture should become the confluence between humanities and nature's machines.
I believe biomimicry has a lot of the solutions that we're going to need. You could look at nature as being like a catalogue of products, and all of those have benefited from a 3.8 billion year research and development period. And given that level of investment, it kind of makes sense to use it.
The animal kingdom has a lot to teach, not just scientists who are seeking to learn, but also engineers who are seeking to create. Squid and other cephalopods are able to so accurately and quickly and effectively camouflage themselves against very complicated marine backgrounds. From this basic understanding, we're then trying to engineer a synthetic squid skin and putting artificial squid skin on the outside of vehicles so that it can also blend into the background and be able to drive around unseen in some kind of environment.
As a machine-reliant race, we need to continually develop our machinic and natural technologies. As architects, we hold a critical position in our society, balancing both the ever-increasing urbanity of our culture and the need to protect, partner with and improve our natural environment. I regard biomimicratic architecture to be the next stage of the evolution of our machinic culture. With both the technology that we already have and the incorporation of new technologies, creating natural machines for living and working in will ensure that our 21st century cities are not static and inert, but active reciprocal metabolic agents within our natural environment.